hi guys. Oh, I'll take my glasses off actually. They will reflect horribly in that clip, so yes. Let me get comfy. Today's video is all about the Boots beauty specialist interview process. You guys wanted to know how I got the job and like the sort of questions they asked you, so I thought I would do a whole video on it. I applied on Indeed.com, which takes you then through to Boots's own website, so you can apply through Boots directly, and you have to fill out like a questionnaire before you even get your interview, like your application sent off. If you don't pass the questions, they won't progress it to that interview stage anyway. So yeah, I did that, and then it all got confirmed that I was through to the next round near enough instantly, which was really good. And then 2 days later I got a telephone chat with one of the regional managers, and she asked me a few questions about why I'd applied for that role, and because on my CV I have my blogging on there, she mentioned about how that really stood out to her, and that's why she wanted to put me through for this role and to like talk about it in my interview. So anyway, the phone consultation was really good, and then she asked me on the phone when I could go in for an interview, like a face-to-face interview, and I actually got one 2 days later, which was then on the Friday, which is called a showcase, which is usually about 2 to 3 hours long. It can be shorter, but it just depends on whether you're doing both stages of the interview that day or whether you're coming back and doing the other bit like after. So anyway, I went to my showcase, and the first thing they did was ask me a few questions. So I actually wrote down the questions that I got asked because I thought it would be really helpful for you guys. So the first one was, tell us about yourself, which this is just where they want to know like why you're interested in it, what hobbies you've got, that sort of thing. What do you know about Boots? Now this one's really important because Boots is a pharmaceutical brand as well as like a makeup place and cosmetics, so definitely research about Boots and their company and their ethics and all of that, because they really like that. Also mention about the Advantage card system because they really like you to be clued up on that. What are your strengths? That's another one, so just saying what you are confident with, what you are good at. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? That's one that they ask you just to see what you say. Obviously research for what sort of jobs in Boots that you feel like you'd be good at in 5 years time. So for me, I said counter manager because that's the role I'd love in a few years time. So obviously when they ask you this question, don't say that you want to be an English teacher because it doesn't relate to Boots, and most likely you're not going to get that job. Then you get your scenarios, so can you name a time when, so maybe dealing with an awkward customer, where you've had to deal with pressures or sales target, and do you know much about makeup and Boots? So yeah, I just talked about my blogging and how that means that I can keep up to date with the trends, and I'm very on trend with what's come out and new products. I'm clued up with like ingredients, etc. The main thing is be confident, because if you're not very confident they won't put you forward, because they'll see that you can't even talk to them, and if you can't talk to them, just a room, like I know interviews are a bit nerve-wracking and stuff, but if you can't talk to them then you won't be able to do like your showcase, which is where you go and talk to customers. So yeah, you just got to try and fake it till you make it, girls. Have a full face of makeup when you go to the interview. Don't go to an interview for a makeup job if you haven't got any makeup on your face, because they want to see your skill. So for me, my eyeshadow is what stood out to them, and my manager says, she says to me all the time, she's like, where's your eyeshadow today? Like if I haven't got a full eyeshadow, if I've just got eyeliner or something on. So yeah, my eyeshadow is my key thing. So yeah, obviously just be really chatty and friendly and smile a lot, engage with them. If when they ask you like what questions, have you got any questions for them, I ask about what's the highest you could progress in Boot, what sort of what sort of rewards do you get for good sales. The BBS role is across all brands in the premium beauty halls, which is part of the new beauty reinvention. You might have seen adverts for this, Glamour have spoke about it, all that sort of thing. So yes, it's very in the public eye, but it's basically a new thing to beauty. So we are completely unbiased. We don't have any loyalty to any brand, so we can say exactly what we think will suit you. So I don't have to recommend Benefit, I don't have to recommend Dior, I can recommend anything in that haul, which is really good because I feel like that's something new that no beauty jobs ever had. They've always been quite biased, and you can't always tell if it's going to work for you because they have to tell you it does. But yeah, it's just about helping and advising the customers to feel their best self, like catchphrase, to be your best self. So yeah. So anyway, that's about the like interview stage. We then went down onto the shop floor and I did my showcase. This lasts about 2 to 3 hours, so yeah, just be prepared of that. Now, they had tasks set out that you already had to do, which was quite good. So my first task was pick the 3 best-selling foundation, skincare and mascara, and then you had to bring it back to them, tell them why you picked it, sell it to them as if you would a customer, try and convince them to buy it. So yeah, key facts are like the brands I chose anyway. I used the No. 7 mascara because it's new out. It's got no fibres. It is volumizing, lengthening and curling, so you get all of it. The day cream by No. 7 is their #1 bestseller in skincare, so yes, that's good to know. And if you can, no ingredients, but obviously that's not essential. That's what comes when you get trained on the job, so yeah. I used the Hello Happy and the Bad Girl Bang by Benefit because Bad Girl Bang, when it came out, #1 best-selling mascara. Hello Happy, it's their most popular foundation. I use the My Clarins, which is a skincare range which is more to younger skin. I use their Remove It because that's their most popular cleansing gel. I use the YSL Touche Éclat for foundation, again their #1 bestseller, and a Lancome toner, so, and the Lancome Hip Nose mascara. So I just picked a few off each counter because obviously our job is unbiased, you can't pick it all off one counter. So yeah, I tried to go over to the counter, explain to like the staff what you're doing, like they sort of know, like they're told before you get down there what you're going to be doing. So I just went up to them, introduced myself and said, hi, I was just wondering if you could help me, like, can you tell me about your #1 best-selling products? And then I picked the ones that personally I wanted to advertise. So that went really well, and then the next task was to pick your favourite product and sell it to them. So for me, I chose brows because I thought this was quite easy. I chose the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I had to take it over to them and explain why I chose that one. So I said about how it has the spoolie on one side. NYX is cruelty free, especially this one, and it is vegan, so that hits that market. Pencil and the Benefit one, but on a more budget price. The key ingredients I listed, and I asked questions, so you had to sort of interact with how you would go about talking about this product to the client. So I asked my client to take a seat and I just said, right, what are you using on your brows at the minute? Have you used any brow pencils before? Do you prefer a pencil, a powder, a pomade? Do you like your eyebrow colour to match exactly, or do you want them a bit darker or a bit lighter? That sort of thing. So, and then I showed it on the client. I gave my client a handheld mirror at all times. That's really important so that they can see exactly what they're doing, and I did it on one eyebrow, showed them the difference, and then got them to see what they liked or if they'd change it, and then did the other one. So yeah. And then the last part of the showcase was about traffic stopping. So this is where in stores you get people coming up to you saying, hi, can I help you with anything? That is colour matching. That is traffic stopping basically. It's part of our job, we have to do it. Some other companies call it fishing. It's basically going and trying to find customers to get them back into your seat. But I was really lucky on my showcase day because it was a Friday. The store was busy, so it was really easy for me to find customers. But I just went up to people that were browsing and was like, hiya, is everything alright? Can I help you with anything? And one lady in particular asked me about foundation, so I was asking her the question, what do you use at the minute? What's your skin type like? Is it oily, dry? Do you want it to match your skin exactly, or do you tan? Do you like it a bit darker? Do you like a matte or dewy finish? And what sort of price range are we looking at? And so that got me a really good knowledge of what the customer wanted. And then I just said, right, I'm going to take you over to this seat and I'm going to test you up with a few different ones. We're going to colour match and you can choose which one works for you. And that, again, like the managers are listening to you when you do this. So when I got the client sat back down in the chair, I made sure I anti-backed my hands in front of the client and cleansed the brushes. Now that's really important because you don't want a customer to see you not washing your hands, because it doesn't look hygienic and you might get marked down for that. Hygiene is a massive part to boots, and just to any makeup counter, to be honest. I gave them a mirror to hold, a handheld mirror, so that when I was going through what I was doing, they could see exactly what I was doing and they could make up their own mind. So I explained everything I was doing. So I'm just going to wipe a bit of that makeup off and just cleanse that area, and then we're going to apply some colour matching. I'm going to do a stripe of each on your cheek to your jaw, and then I will let you pick the colour that is best for you. And then once we've found one that we like, we will apply it to the whole face. And I like sort of joked with the client and I was like, don't worry, I'm not going to leave you looking like a zebra to go out, because it just builds that interaction with them and it's a bit of banter, like they like that. And then link selling is the last part that I did. So always try and think of something you could sell with it. Some companies have where you have to link sell 3. For our role, it's not essential, but obviously we are trying to link sell. So for me, if it was a foundation, I would say, what skincare are you using at the minute? Maybe you need a really good moisturiser. And then the other sort of things that I said was about, so a powder, a concealer, that sort of thing. So yeah, just really helping them. And one thing that I could advise is when you are doing this, keep the products out. Keep it out where they can see it, because at the end, you can say, so what did you like? Is there anything that you'd like me to take to the till for you? And that will get them to think. But actually, if you've removed them products and put them somewhere else, they might not have remembered what's actually gone on their face. Where if you keep them in their eyes view, they'll look at it and they'll think, yeah, I like that. And even if they don't purchase it on the day, they might go home and think, oh, this concealer's still looking really good. And they'll remember it. That was my interview stage. I then had like a 10-minute break in between when I had my showcase and like the end of my interview, and then I went back in the room and they offered me the job on the spot, which was amazing. So I got a 30-hour contract on the spot, which was really good. And the week later I had my induction to Boots, which we just did till training. I met the other Boots beauty specialists that I'll be working with. We found out about the brands launching into Boots, which can I just say is very exciting. I can't share any of them with you yet. Also got our rota. We also got our rota, so yeah. So we then had training in Nottingham, which is where the head office is, for 2 days the following week. So I went to Nottingham. I went with my dad the first day and then I got the train the next day. And this was really exciting. It's called Welcome to Boots Beauty Boot Camp. And this was with 2 of our regional trainers. So I'm just going to flick through some of the stuff we did on the training. I thought you guys might find it helpful. So we did all about primary, secondary and tertiary colours, like your cool and your warm. Colour correcting. We then did empathy training. That went on for a few hours. But we did empathy training. So we did about our strengths, like how we can incorporate it into our role. The 3x3 empathy and human needs and feelings. When we was back in store, we did training with benefits, so got all my notes on that. And we get a bit of in-depth training with each brand, so yeah. And then we've just got our appearance and dress policy, and then just about our new store, which is so exciting. It's goodie bag. So I'm giving you guys a sneak peek here, because this is the new bags for Boots when you buy anything from the Premium Beauty Hall. I don't treat ya. So the first thing we got in here was a Boots Health and Beauty mag. Had our Boots Beauty Crew lanyard. So we got a candle each. So this is just the sea salt mist, which is salted vanilla and jasmine scented candle, which smells amazing. We've got a little thing of Haribo's. Who doesn't love some sweet? We then got some multivitamins, which I can't show you because they're downstairs, so yeah. And then we got 2 little face pamper products. So we got the Skin Iceland Hydrocool Firming Eye Gels. So I'm going to put these in the fridge and then apply them tonight. And then we also got Hydrocool Firming Face Gels for forehead, and this is by Skin Iceland, which is solutions for stressed skin. So yeah, gonna try them out. Then we got a few other samples too. Got a Benefit sample of their Total Moisture facial cream. Got some samples of the new My Clarins range. So their Recharge Sleep Mask, their Reboost Hydrating Cream, their Clear Out Spot Gel, their Refresh Beauty Mist, and their Remove Cleansing Gel, the Clarins Exfoliant. And then I got 2 samples of the YSL foundation. So we've got the Touche Éclat and also the all hours. So yeah, that was really exciting, and now we have started our Boots Beauty roll. So that is basically everything that I thought I would include in this video. And yeah, if you want to know anything else, just ask me some questions.